sweet friends. All right, welcome back. We are now going to do some readers workshop. So friends, we talked yesterday about building those reading tool belts so that you can have all sorts of different tools. Extra strength picture power. Yesterday we talked about going from patterns to maybe having to figure out words. So friends, today we're going to talk about extra strength snap word power. But first I have to tell you a story. Okay, here we go. So yesterday I walked up to my door, and standing outside of my door there was a stranger. Oh my goodness, and I didn't know who she was or what she was doing there. And she had on a dark coat and she had a hat on, and I was pretty nervous. What did a stranger want to do in my house? At first I didn't want to go near her, but then I thought, hey, this is my house. So I walked a little closer, and guess what, friends? It was my best friend in a hat. Oh my goodness, I went like this. I was just being so silly. I didn't even recognize my best friend because she had a hat on. Oh my goodness. I realized that the reason I didn't know her was because she was wearing that hat. She looked a little different. And I'm not used to seeing her in a hat, so I didn't even recognize her. And this is what I want to teach you, readers. There are words that you know by heart, snap words, but you don't always recognize them because authors sometimes change them around a little bit. And when a word looks like a stranger to you, just look again. You can ask yourself, does this look like another word that I know? It might be a familiar snap word, not wearing a new hat, but a new ending. I'll show you what I mean. But first we have to turn on our snap word machines. Okay, so here we go. Turn it on, flick it on, turn it up, extra strength, snap word power. Okay, we are ready. So if I get to a word that seems like a stranger has come into my story, watch as I ask myself, I'm going to ask myself, does this look like a word that I do know? Can I find a word that I do know? Okay, so I was reading a true story the other day. It's called Hide and Seek. And a first grader wrote it, and I was just reading their stories. So I'm going to read you this story, and I'm going to pretend that I'm a kindergarten reader and use my extra strength snap word power. Okay, here we go. And I came across this first word, and I said, oh no, this looks like a really long, really hard word that I don't know. But did I give up? No way. Instead, I stopped, and I thought, I can use my extra strength snap word power. So I looked and I said, is there a word in this word that I know? And I found out, oh, this is the word play. I know this one. I can sound this one out, and I know this. That's play. That's play. And then I saw ing, and we've talked about ing, friends. Ing makes what sound? See if you can remember. It makes ing. Ing says ing. Ing says ing. One more time. Ing says ing. So I have this word, I said play ing. When I stopped and I thought about it, I said, I was play? That doesn't make any sense. But I know that this ending says ing. Play ing. Play ing. Playing. That word was playing. I figured it out. I was playing hide and seek with my dad. So do you see, friends, I stopped and I said, is there a word in this that I already know? We've talked about chunking words. Well, this is kind of like that too. This word is play. That's a sight word. This says ing. When I put them together, playing, I can read the whole entire word, playing. All right, friends. So sometimes we come across challenging words, but you just have to use your extra strength snap word power to read a snap word with its ending. Okay, let's keep going because I know that we'll have to use that again. So then the next page said here, he, oh, and this was kind of a hard word too. I stopped and I said to myself, oh no, that looks like a hard word too, and I don't know that word in a snap yet. But then I thought to myself, does this look like a word that I do know. And I realized, I know this word. This word is come. Come. And I know what sound the S makes. It's like Sammy Seal. So I can chunk this together. Comes. Comes. And I'll say it all together. Comes. So guess what, friend? That word was a word in disguise as well. It kind of had like a crazy hat ending on the end. But I knew that this word was come. I found a word that I already knew. And I just added the sound at the end. All right, friends. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, one more. So now I want you to try it with your very best. So here we go. The next part said dad, and then this word came up. This word came up. And I don't know if you remember this word. This looks like a pretty hard word, but I know that if we chunk it apart, I know that we can figure it out. So let's see. What is this word? Think to yourself. Remember, double O says like look in a book. So you can sound this out if you can't remember the sight word of it. And the ed ending, remember we've gone over this before. It says d. Something d. Something d. Did you say looked? I hope you did. Looked. 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 So Dad looked and looked. Oh my goodness, my friends. That's a pretty hard one. But guess what? You guys knew it. You knew how to find the endings. All right. I just want to review the endings real quick. So remember that I-N-G. That says ing. Say it. I-N-G says ing. Ing. If you see this ending, ed says d. D. If you see this ending, S, we know what that says, just like Sammy Seal. S. And the last one that I want to go over, and we'll practice this one. This word says This ending says Okay, so let's say that our word is this one. Okay. Now, this word says Fifi fish, Andy apple, Sammy seal, Tiggy tiger. Asked. A little bit faster. Asked. Fast. But what if we added Now what's the word? We know this part already. We just read it. And we know what this says. Faster. Faster. So friends, remember when you come to a word and you say, oh my goodness, I do not know that word at all. You can cover up the ending and find the word that you do know. Find the snap words that you do know, then add on the endings. All right, so you're going to need extra strength because your regular snap word power may not be enough to meet the challenges of your books. But remember, if you get to a word that you don't know, you can always ask yourself, say, do I know a word that looks like this word? And you might recognize a snap word there with an ending. All right, graduates, it's your turn to go and read.